All right, we had a battery problem on this Generac with an Evolution here. One of the things when you get the battery problem, you got to reset the controller, and you got to power cycle it to get rid of that fault. It won't go away unless you do that. And usually that battery fault means basically the generator had a low battery voltage for a certain amount of time. Now that could be because the thing was, the generator wasn't powered. Like the T1 wire, it wasn't charging for a certain amount of time and the battery levels dropped. Right now I'm looking at the curve of the charger and it is working. If I bump the starter, you can see my amp clamp went down to 140 amps. The way I got my charger, I'm reading charge rate, so I got it flipped. So that's the starter drew 140 right there just to crank. But then we're positive, so we're charging. If I flip my amp clamp, it'll read positive 140 amps, and my charger would read negative. So it's all the way you got the clamp. But you can see my charger respond. They got a 2 amp charger on there, but they'll float to 3 amps. And then you'll see it settle down to around 2 amps. It's that quick spike there. So my charger's charging. I got good voltage, so it's not giving me any signs that I have a failed controller or anything right now. There we go. And now we're kind of in maintain mode. And we're still charging. Now, if I remove T1, just to show you, if I can find T1 in here, we should lose charging. And it's going to take 2 hands to get it back, but let's see if I can do this. Come on. There goes. There goes my charger. Now we are at a negative because now we're pulling from the battery. So before we had so now we have a deficit. So the battery would go down. So that shows if we remove T1 for a while, the battery voltage would drop. Now I can't do T1 with one hand. I will try. Done it before. Let's see. Problem is I'm kneeling down here, and T1's considered high voltage, and if I feel this wrong, I'll get whacked. So, although I got it, one hand. You can tell we do that a lot in the field. So now we're back charging. So that's the T1. Get yourself a DC amp clamp meter with graphing, and you can kind of keep track of your battery charging there. Not an expensive meter either doing that.